The Senate is holding a hearing on President Obama's request for Congress to authorize military force against ISIS. One America's Amanda House sat down with one Republican presidential hopeful whose foreign policy has struck a chord with many Americans.
Kentucky Senator Rand Paul wants to take the fight to ISIS, but he's also advocating for some limitations on how long the U.S. should be there and the scope of its mission, including the precise role of American troops.
Should we put boots on the ground in Iraq and Syria?
If you want to win, ultimately you have to have Arab boots on the ground, so you do need to have boots on the ground.
The problem for Paul is, like many war-weary Americans, he doesn't want American troops simply fighting someone else's war.
The problem is nobody wants to fight. They want America to do their fighting for them. I think we can be part of the response, but frankly, I want to see Saudi Arabians. I want to see 10,000 of them leading us into battle. I want to see Jordanians. I want to see the people who live there on the front lines fighting for their country and for their land. We can help, but it can't be just us.
If and when Rand Paul runs for president, his views on America's role around the world will no doubt come under attack from the hawkish side of the Republican Party. He's already being attacked, but the senator is standing strong and faring well in early presidential polls because he's seen as a fresh voice. He'll need it as he navigates the tricky world of foreign policy and politics. His battle against the neoconservatives will be interesting to watch. The power of so-called neocons peaked during the Bush administration as the country entered both the Iraq and Afghanistan wars. To some degree, party hawks see the fight against ISIS as part of those wars and still want American troops stationed around the globe. In this day and age of ISIS, Senator Paul's views will be under the microscope.
How concerned are you that the neocons within the party are going to target you for your foreign policy?
Politics is a rough and scramble business, and so there will be people who try to mischaracterize who I am, but I'm a Reagan Republican. I believe in peace through strength. I believe in a strong national defense, strong enough to deter any attack, nimble enough to mount any challenge anywhere around the world at any time. I've voted for a declaration of war. I introduced a declaration of war, the first one since World War II. I introduced a declaration of war against ISIS. But I'm not for every intervention, and I think some interventions have backfired on us. I think Hillary's war in Libya has backfired on us. I think we're less safe. I think radical Islam now runs amok in Libya. We have to consider the unintended consequences of our intervention.
And it looks like Rand Paul will take that philosophy head on into what is expected to be the most hotly contested Republican presidential primary ever. From Washington, Amanda House, One America News.